The second thing, I just want to make an announcement for the public. I will be filing written complaints with the State Ethics Commission and the Office of Campaign and Political Finance against Selectman Paul Salafia. It was recently discovered that Mr. Salafia accepted thousands of dollars in campaign contributions from 3 of Salapoli's employees and business associates, which he did not properly disclose on his April 19th, 2016 campaign finance report. Selectman Salafia also failed to provide the required disclosure of appearance of conflict of interest before participating in discussions and votes on issues related to Mr. Lepoli's Dascom Road project, including warrant articles at last May's town meeting and the recent establishment of the Dascom Road Zoning Task Force. Selectman Salafia may have also violated Mass General Law, Chapter 268A, 17C, which prohibits elected officials from acting as agents for anyone other than their municipality in connection with any matter in which their municipality is a party or has a direct and substantial interest. I'll be filing these complaints this week and will release all documents to the public.
That's it?
Yep.
Okay, thank you. Selectman Salafia?
Okay, well, that's apropos, because I have a direct statement on that. Selectman Landry, as you just heard, is charged that I in some way violated state ethics laws. In an unintentional omission, my bookkeeper fully disclosed the name and occupation of the donors, but did not add their place of employment, that's all it was, on my campaign finance report. Upon learning of this omission, I immediately contacted the Massachusetts State Ethics Commission. Their lawyer, attorney Amy Bressler-Nee, after questioning me for nearly an hour, opined that a filing of an amendment to my campaign finance report would be sufficient with no further action or disclosures necessary. Attorney Nee confirmed directly that I had done nothing illegal or improper and submitted a formal written opinion citing section 23B3, which has been given to the town clerk's office to become part of the permanent record, and I have several copies here for review. Selectman Landry, in a second email posting, made another charge, and I quote, "Did Salafia act as Lepoli's agent?" citing that I attended a school committee meeting about the Dascom Road project. It is important to know that I was invited by the school committee to an informational meeting as the selectman chairman and as the liaison to the zoning and planning departments. I disclosed my attendance at these meetings to State Ethics Commission, who saw my actions as the, and I'm quoting again, the normal duties of a selectman who is also the liaison to the zoning and planning departments. And again, she referred to section 23B3, stating that, again, no further disclosures or actions would be necessary. Listen, it is no secret that I am a strong advocate of sensible economic development. In my 17 years on the Andover Planning Board, much of River Road and much of River Road commercial and industrial development was built. I have experienced firsthand how sensible economic development can be the most effective tool to keep the growth of residential and commercial taxes in check. Economic development is in my DNA. Our long-range planning committee has projected millions of dollars in structural deficits within the next few years. While controlling spending, we are faced with a simple choice of higher taxes or sensible economic development to help mitigate these deficits. In my role as chairman of the Board of Selectmen and as a liaison of the zoning and planning departments, it is my obligation to take the lead in keeping the public informed of important future projects that may come before the town. The proposed Dascom Road development was just such a project. It is also the obligation of the town to help provide the information town meeting voters might need to make these important decisions. Selectman Landry has mistakenly characterized my role as a fierce advocate for Mr. Lepoli, rather than a fierce advocate of sensible economic development, no matter who that developer might be. In closing, and after a thorough investigation of the facts, it is important to know that the State Ethics Commission has found no wrongdoing by me. Andover needs to be a community in which citizens connect, have conversation, and work towards sensible compromise. It is important for all of us to keep our focus on the well-being of the town. It is incumbent on all of us to exhibit respectful and civil behavior in which we can all be proud as we work to ensure that Andover remain the wonderful town that it is to live, work, and play. Still, if you continue to have any questions or concern about this matter, I am available to you as always. Thank you.
Can I make one comment in response to that?
Before we get into comments and whatnot,
Yeah.
I'll allow you to make your comment.
Yeah.
It's certainly Mr. Salafia's choice, should he choose
Yeah.
to respond back.
That's fine, it's just it's a
I don't think this
request.
should be a debate, by the way.
No, it's a request and a response. The request is, in the interest of transparency, I'd ask that Selectman Salafia release the entire email exchange he has had with the Ethics Commission so that everyone can see the full communication, because as of right now, I don't think we have any of that. I think it was referenced in the newspaper, at least piece of it, but I asked for that for the sake of transparency. The second thing I will say, which I want people to take note of, is I think the credibility of this statement from the Ethics Commission has to be seriously questioned, because anybody that's dealt with the Ethics Commission knows, and I appreciate Selectman Salafia naming Amy Bressler-Nee in the legal division. Everyone knows that the Ethics Commission does not comment on past actions. They will advise prospectively only. They will not opine on something that has happened in the past. A simple phone call to the Ethics Commission will confirm exactly what I just said. Thank you.
Well, you said I could re-comment back. This is her opinion that she sent me within 24 hours of that discussion. So, Selectman, I can't believe that he would say that, because this is absolute proof that they do comment, they do make decisions, and this is it, right here. And I'd be happy to share it with you.